the search for a Anthony Hospital administrator having come to fruition. Leander Douglas Adams Jr. and his wife Nina were present for a special department heads meeting. The interim administrator fulfilling Jay Jolly's position, once again introducing Adams to the assembled group, but this time confirming him as the hospital board's selection as the new hospital administrator. This was Lee Adams' second appearance before the department managers, the administration having previously introduced the final two aspiring candidates for the position. Gary questioning the purpose of the previous convergence, recognizing the department head's input or opinion would never influence the hospital board's decision. Lee Adams' demeanor was distinctive, a very erect gray-bearded person with a Bostonian accent, seemingly very candid in conversation, mentioning he attended St. Lawrence School of Nursing in 1955, a nurse before discovering his administrative talent. When speaking of the hospital, projecting it in allegory euphemisms, referring to it in nautical terms as the good ship Anthony. Introducing Nina, expressing his wife's past propinquity with hospital staff, her volunteering to babysit for a nurse if unexpectedly called for duty. Gary accepting his pronouncements at face value, that Lee would be someone able to coalesce with the staff, a very community-minded presence, a person of character. Gary conjecturing a good working relationship with this newly acquired administrator. It didn't surface at first, but benefits of doubts were beginning to build. The newly acquired administrator interjecting his authority in the managerial responsibilities once stipulated to department managers. Facile decisions allocated to department managers were being scrutinized and sometimes reversed, the once cohesive group having found an inhibitor, engendering a divided assessment within the managerial council, and even within the hospital medical staff. Gary still adhering to a neutral position, but cognizant of the implications, especially in the ancillary departments of lab, X-ray and outpatient services. Lee Adams discharging an animosity towards their representatives. Apprehension was evolving during the sequential summer months, like a bolt of lightning. A momentous disclosures. Lee Adams' resume documentation was awry, a failure to disclose a widespread publication of his detrimental administrative policies, the rationale for his departure from the ARH, Regional Medical Center in Hazard, Kentucky. First rumors, then facts evolved. Gary and the hospital staff becoming aware of Lee Adams' dubious past, his apocryphal personality, an autocrat of his environment, and a domination of those who question him, or his motives. Gary concluding, the peaceful exemplar work environment of the Jay Jolly era was no longer applicable, the storm clouds were building, the Tempest was about to be released. An escalation of uncertainty commencing, its inauguration surrogate in the confines of the hospital. Questions of the veracity of the recently hired hospital administrator's resume's ramifications, of improprieties related to his previous employment were undulating. The unsubstantiated suppositions, subsequently attaining some public acknowledgement, eventually achieving the attention of Hospital District 6 Board of Directors. Terry Muzak chairman, and Larry Olds owner of Anthony's Larry's Hometown Market, both prominent members and both promptly proclaiming, the board having done due diligence on Lee Adams, finding no inconsistencies in his resume. The reassurance from the civic leaders seemed to quell the public outcry, but within the confines of the healthcare center a cauldron of dispel was brewing.